What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cap Show. Shout out to USA and China for tying for 40 gold medals this Olympics in Paris. It was iconic. Shout out to China. I feel like a lot of things are made in China. Most things are made in China, so homage and respect to China for tying USA for 40 gold medals. But shout out to the men's and women's basketball for Team USA, finally bringing back the gold. I'm surprised with the women's. I mean, they battled back, they came back, dealt with adversity. I just wish, hopefully in 4 years from now, they have Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on that team. There's no reason for these old heads to be playing anymore for the women's basketball like Taurasi. I mean, utmost respect to Diana Taurasi for what she's done for the women's basketball. But come on, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese to the new era here. They're going to bring women's basketball to new heights, new places, new levels, flying private jets. That's what they're about, so I can't wait to see them in 4 years. But shout out to the men, shout out to LeBron James, the GOAT, Lee GOAT. Shout out to LeBron. I mean, everybody hates on LeBron. He won MVP, but Steph Curry was cooking that last game. He was absolutely going crazy, and that's what Steph does. He literally does that all the time, puts everybody to sleep, put Boston to sleep back in 2022 NBA Finals. That was iconic. I mean, he did the same thing. He does the same thing, man. It's just awesome, dude. I mean, they battled back. I mean, USA, it just wasn't just a cakewalk for the men's basketball this year. And I'm kind of concerned moving into the future when Steph Curry, Durant, and LeBron James do not play. And I don't think that's going to happen in 2028. Maybe KD, maybe Steph, but LeBron for sure is not playing in 2028. Probably KD, the same thing. Maybe Steph might play, but as far as like everybody else getting better at basketball, that's happening right now. Canada's getting better, even though they were bounced. The championship game against France, they're good. And obviously Jokic and their team, we battled back down 13 going into that fourth quarter. You know, the semifinal game. So, like, you know, for the men's basketball, it's only getting more competitive now. You know, players are getting better. Foreigners are getting way better than what they used to be coming into the NBA, coming to America. So, you know, but hey, the men's haven't lost since 2004, so that's been a very long time, over 20 years, and our reign continues. So as far as basketball goes, we are the most dominant right now. So shout out to LeBron, shout out to Steph, those guys. Man, I'm telling you, shout out to Anthony Davis. You know, everybody that was on that team that contributed, well-deserved. But let's be honest here, it was LeBron and Steph's team. That's who it was. And I think deep down, LeBron James wants to play with Steph Curry eventually in the NBA. Why would he not, dude? Like, it's LeBron and Steph, dude. That would be so unfair. I think the NBA does not want that to happen. But we bring back another gold medal. Shout out to the men's and women's basketball. And then we go to track and field. Shout out to Gabby Thomas. She won 2 gold medals. We saw that 4x4 relay. Gabby Thomas was on that third leg. And then we had Sha'Carri Richardson bring back the gold, man. It was just awesome. I love these relay races, especially the 4x100s. It was just awesome. It really is. I mean, how fast these men and women run, it's crazy. It really is. I mean, shout out to Sha'Carri Johnson. Shout out to Quincy Hall. Shout out to Noah Lyles. He's getting a lot of backlash. Noah Lyles, he won gold medal, and he's the same person that was really going in on the NBA players, was saying, hey, you know, you guys are champions of America, but not champions of the world. I think that's a little backlash. I mean, Noah Lyles just needs to stay in his lane, stay in track and field. I mean, maybe something happened to him against a basketball player when he was growing up or something, because I feel like there's a lot of animosity, a lot of beef between him and NBA players. I mean, it's just like, why, bro? Like, what's the problem here? You just won gold medal, bro. There's no need to talk more crap about other NBA players. I think it's more for publicity. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's just like, why? Why is he trying to do all this stuff, man? It's crazy. But Noah Lyles is a champion, so he has that leverage to talk crap to other players, talk crap to Ant-Man, saying, oh, he's never made the NBA Finals before. I mean, he's a great athlete. I mean, dude, he's only like 23 years old, bro. Like, he still has time to grow in the sport. He could very well be the face of the NBA in the future. So for Noah Lyles to come out and say, hey, you know, Ant-Man's only, you know, never been, like, you know, what the heck, dude? Like, that's crazy, man. I just think, man, the future's bright for Noah Lyles, absolutely. He even had COVID. I think he lost the 200-meter race or the 100-meter. I think it was the 200-meter. He lost that, and he claimed he had COVID, which is crazy. And I think he got silver in that one, maybe got third place, but bronze. That's crazy. That's insane. But shout out to Simone Biles. She has has 7 gold medals total in her young career. Shout out to Simone Biles, probably one of the most well-rounded athletes of all time, especially gymnast-wise. I mean, she does it all. Shout out to Simone Biles, and shout out to the greatest female Olympian athlete of all time, Katie Ledecky. Yes, Katie Ledecky, and she can very well pass Michael Phelps with 23 gold medals. Right now, Katie Ledecky has 14 gold medals total. She took home 4 this year in Paris in swimming. So shout out to Katie Ledecky, man. Like, that's iconic. I love Katie Ledecky. My sister's a swim coach. She's got to see her swim before. I mean, Katie Ledecky is a superstar. 14 gold medals already, most out of any female Olympian athlete of all time. She has the most. Out of any female, she has the most gold medals, which is insane, dude. 14. That is crazy, man. So shout out to Katie Ledecky taking home 4. But the biggest performance, the biggest upset of all this Olympian Games was definitely Cole Hawker winning the 1,500-meter race. Cole Hawker, he's a man that's from Indiana. Shout out to Cole Hawker. I'm from Indiana, dude. He won this 1,500-meter race, and really he was behind this whole race. And then the last 50 meters, he's in 3rd place. He kind of gets cut off by the first place guy at first. So everybody's like, oh, man, now he's only going to get 3rd now. And then he hits another boost. He passes both guys and wins gold medal, dude. This was against all odds. Cole Hawker was not supposed to win this race. Cole Hawker was not even supposed to get top 3 in this race, and he won gold medal by the last stretch, literally by like 2 seconds, if that, dude. Like, Cole Hawker, man, 1,500-meter race is no joke. To keep that pace, I knew the guy who was in front, who was the favorite, I knew eventually he was going to slow down. I mean, if you're in first place in the long distance running, and you're keeping that pace, and they're literally right behind you, dude, step by step, eventually you're going to hit that wind. You're going to hit that gas, and that's what that man did. He hit the gas. He ran out of gas the last 50 meters. Literally the last 25 meters, that's when Cole Hawker passed him, and boom, he took gold, dude. That was the biggest upset I've ever seen, dude. It was like watching horses race. It really was. It was like, oh my gosh, this horse wasn't supposed to win, but he won. It was like the Derby on steroids, but Cole Hawker, man, he pulled it in. He dug deep. He dug down and said, you know what? I'm a champion here. I understand I'm not supposed to win. I understand I'm not even supposed to place in the top 5 here. So I'm going to win gold, and that's what he did on the second stretch. He had the most heart. He had the most hunger in this race. I could tell the last 100 meters of this race that Cole Hawker was going to win in that second boost. When he got cut off the first time, everybody was like, oh, man, like, he's probably going to lose this race. But then he hit the second boost, ran past him, took it to gold, man. And shout to Cole, man, the Indiana boy. So much homage, man. So much respect. As far as the volleyball goes, I know the men's and women's did not pan out well in the volleyball aspect. There were just so many Olympic Games this year, and to be honest, I didn't watch them all. I really did. I stayed tuned with Katie Ledecky in swimming, the track and field, and basketball. That's about it. That's the only thing I was really concerned about. It just really interests me. And I just think the Olympic Games kind of took a flop this year. I really do. The opening ceremony, seeing that, I think that rubbed people the wrong way. I mean, you have to understand there's a lot of different religions out there that don't support some of the things that a lot of other people support. If you're Muslim, like, the Muslims definitely do not support, like, people dressed up, people showing their, titties and ass on TV. Like, dude, like, it's crazy, dude. I think America, not just America, but the world today, we're heading in a weird direction where it's like, bro, like, we don't need to cross that line, dude. Like, okay, I get it. You stand for your beliefs, but don't force it down people's throats where it's like, hey, like, look at me. Like, I didn't get enough attention as a kid. Like, dude, chill out with that. I just thought the open ceremony for the Olympics in Paris took a huge flop. I hope that doesn't happen in America, dude. That is crazy insane. And I think really that made the viewership go down. After people looking at the opening ceremony and saying, wow, are they making fun of the Last Supper? Are they making fun of Jesus? Are they making fun of Christians in modern day society? And I think they were. I really do. But people were like, in Paris, were like, oh, don't take it the wrong way. It was just this and that. But it's crazy, man. I think the Olympic Games took a flop this year, and they started off behind the 8 ball. But as far as America goes and China, 40 gold medals apiece. And I knew the men's, shout out to LeBron James, like I said before, I knew the men's basketball were going to win. They were minus 500, I think, to win the gold, which is crazy. They should have been way more higher than that. They should have been a minus 1,000, dude. But I understand the countries are getting better. Foreigner players are coming to America to play in the NBA. They're getting way better, obviously. But overall, we're the cream of the crop here. That's why we got 40 gold medals, dude. I'm telling you right now, we're the top notch. We're the top tier. The cream always rises to the top. That's what they say, don't they? And that's what we do. Shout out to America. Hey, we got to give a shout out to China. Even though I feel like everything is made in China nowadays, if you just look at stuff, it always says made in China. I wouldn't say made in the USA. That's what I want to say. Even the American flags. Some of the American flags are made in China. That is crazy to me. But overall, shout out to LeBron James and go. Shout out to USA with 40 gold medals. Shout out to China. It's the Cloud with Cab Show. Let's go!